Hey folks, Sylvia's here. We're here for Leaf episode, what was that, 76 I think? 76 or 75? One of those. Oop, you know what? I've got names turned off. Let's fix that. There we go. Yeah, I have that turned off for when I'm making my little like logo. And I was making the ones for my FDR videos today, and there's my phone. I was making the ones for my FDR videos, so that's what that was. Alright. It looks like last time I did not drop off my stuff, and I vaguely remember that. Sell rots. What is rots? I'm taking those battle stones. I don't care. I'm poor like that. Alright. So yeah, let's dump some of this stuff here. I really need to kind of sort my crap at some point. And looks like I also have a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get sent to Dao Dao. I'm probably going to do that at the end of this video, I think. We'll kind of go through this stuff. Yeah. Meanwhile, we'll go sell those things. So, game plan for this video. You know what? I forgot to pick up some of those arrows. Arrows. There we go. Okay, so game plan for this video is we're gonna go kill Flesh Crawler and also just kind of task in. You know what? I'm taking that. I don't care what level you are. I'm taking that steel helmet too. 290 gold, I think it is. Something like that. But yeah, so we're gonna go kill Flesh Crawler and then we're just gonna, in general, task some ancient scarabs down there. 293 gold. Yeah. I have no complaints. Actually, before I deposit all, I want to sell all of those, and sell all of those, and sell all of those, and then we'll go there. Alright. So, yeah. Now, why am I... Oh, I guess I was already mounted. Oh, look, a talon. Jeez. Bam. I think I need more potions, probably. Yeah, I definitely need more potions. I also probably need... Okay, hold on a second here. Control R. Or Control K. Use with cross arrows? No. I'm trying to remember. There we go. 540 onyx arrows. We probably want more than that. Alright. Strong manas. I think 16 is sufficient. We're going to pick up some additional arrows. I want to go to... Let's go 800. Boom, boom, and then 60. Boom. Alright. I think that'll be fine. So yeah, game plan is we're going to go kill Flesh Crawler. We're going to just task Ancient Scarabs. And then at the end, I'm going to come back to the depot, and I'm going to go pick those up. Today is just the day of finding awesome things on the floor. I'm going to go back to the depot. I'm going to pause the recording while I'm at the depot. And I'm going to kind of sort all of my crap. I'll have like a little balance sheet of what everything is. I'll mail the Rashid items to Dao Dao, and I'll hop on Dao Dao and have her transfer the equivalent money over. And I'm thinking I also might do some minor market trades. Just minor. Because Leaf will need some cash, and market trades, to a certain extent, are actually something that you can easily do, and are a good way to make some additional cash. So that's the game plan. So that's the game plan for this video. Now, hopefully the Scarab Cave isn't taken, because that would kind of put a dampener on my plans. And also, I'm going to try to... start running loot picks for Leaf, and also kind of paying attention to what our EXP gain per hour is and stuff. So on that note, we're going to clear the server log, and then go like that, and 18, 16, there we go. I'm also not regenning, it looks like. On a side note, so like, I forget that Leaf is on a PvP server. I can't just walk past those things because I don't have a shield equipped. That's also, whoops. And I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I sometimes forget that Leaf's on a PvP server. And then it kind of like hits me all of a sudden. I'm like, oh, wait. I do have to be a little cautious of what I'm doing. You know, like just in case. And when I go into places that are like bot central, the Scarab caves are always kind of heavily botted. So I'm in like bot central area, and also I'm in kind of like newbie low level area too. So I'm always a little concerned that somebody's gonna take a shot at me when I go into these places. Now, I do have a story of sorts to tell today, but I kind of want to get down these stairs first because I know it will interfere with my ability to speak coherently. So, that's the game plan. I want to check something real quick. Okay. Please don't be taken. Good. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Really? I do not want to accidentally get an ancient on me while I'm dealing with these scarabs. Incidentally, I've always killed the scarabs instead of putting them into red like a lot of people do. Because like when they're in red, they run from you. But I've always killed them because I've always wanted the potential for food. That was pretty awesome right there. That's pretty awesome. Okay. I gotta remember my bow doesn't have the awesome range of my normal bow. That kind of sucked. Or not, actually. I wanted to avoid, there we go. That is not a summoned larva, apparently. I wanted to avoid having to keep walking across it, but since I kind of blocked that whole area, that does mean the Scarab has to walk a long distance around. So anyway, let me tell you my story here. So today I was working on making more of my, like as I said at the beginning of this video actually, I was working on making more of my intro pages. So like previously I had the Sylvius intro page done, and I had the Leaf intro page done, and that was it. The Exile intro page got made last night, like in a rush, because I had to get an Exile video up last night. But that was a little bit like more chaotic than I was kind of hoping for. This is actually possibly a moderately annoying location for me to put this wall. So yeah, today though I had to make one. I still need one for FDR. Competing. What was I thinking there? I'm considering making one for Worried Talea. I'm not 100% certain. She might just use the Sylvius one, so it might be like one for Leaf, one for other Tibia videos, one for FDR, and then one for like other games. I'm not 100% certain how I want to handle that at this point in time. Well, that sucked. I was kind of hoping I was going to have to not walk across it, but across it I go. But yeah, so like I wasn't 100% certain how I wanted to deal with things. I guess those are actual larvae. But yeah, so today I was working on the FDR one, and I was also doing one for my indie games, which, you know, whatever. a whole hassle and a half is the important part. So I'm using this program. It's called PaintNet, I think, although it's actually like a program. And I hate having to learn how to use new software. Like, I just hate it with a passion. Because, like, most new software, just in general, and I have this kind of issue with games, too, come to think of it, they err on the side of, like, here's a ton of different things for you to be able to do. where I'm usually looking for something like relatively simple, which is actually why I like my recording program XSplit, because it's relatively simple and doesn't give me an overwhelming amount of options. And I like that. I like not being like crushed with options. But yeah, so there I am on like PaintNet, and I have this issue where, so like you get like a new program, right? And you're on it, and you either spend like watching tutorial videos or like reading a description of everything that the program can do, which sucks because like there's a limit to how much I can keep in my mind without actually like working through it myself. You know, like, you gotta start playing Tibia and kind of, like, work your way through the levels of Tibia and be like, oh, okay, so here's how to play, like, a level 50 Paladin. I'm understanding things. If you were just given a level, like, 200 Paladin, it would be kind of hard for you to, like, function. And at the same time, if you just, like, somebody was like, here's a text document explaining every hunting spot in Tibia up to level 500, while you've never played the game before, you're not going to be able to function. So, like, I struggle with those tutorial things, so usually I just, like, hop into the program, and I'm like, well, let's just figure this out as we go, which is never really a good approach, let me tell you. So, you know, like, I'm struggling with, that sucks. Please don't be an Ancient Scarab. You're gonna be an Ancient Scarab, I can tell. Yep. Well, I mean, you know, as far as situations that could have been a disaster, could have gone, that went relatively well. I wish I could walk across my own fire without taking damage. God. This is, like, significantly more annoying on a PvP server. I mean, it still works, it just kind of annoys me. Greatly. Greatly annoys me. I wish I could use those, but as a, I need my arrow slot. Now, the other one that died was right there. So yeah, like, I'm on PaintNet, and I'm, like, struggling to figure out how the things work. So my friend, like, helped me make the first two, and then I was trying to make the other ones myself. Because, like, I don't want to, I mean, you know, I don't want to keep going to him for all this stuff. So I was trying to get a system down, right? And I kind of had one, and I was able to make the Exile one last night myself with, like, great, you can actually see it right over here. With great difficulty, I was able to make that Exile one. That is the Exile one, right? Yeah, okay. Yes, with great difficulty, I was able to make that. Great difficulty. So I was trying to make the... Jeez, I got a spawn behind me. I was trying to make the... okay, just a Scarab. We can deal with that. The FDR one today, right? So, my friend had sent me a video, actually, kind of, like, walking me through the process on his end. So he's just like, here's what I'm clicking kind of thing. So I'm, like, doing the exact thing that it's telling me to do, right? Like, the exact steps in the exact order. And it's not working right. You'll see, like, when I pulled up my, at the beginning of this video, like, I had my Leaf intro. You'll see how big Leaf was. So when I went to make the FDR one, instead of it being that size, FDR's, like, just his chest dwarfed the entire page. So I'm like, I don't understand why this is happening. And it reminded me, now I don't know if I've mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but for a while I took some, like, computer programming courses, and it drove me crazy. Because I'm not a very, like, I kind of rush work a lot of times, and I'm not very, like, attention to detail types person. Awesome for the misses. Come on. I'm, like, trying to decide if I'm going to need to drop a wall or not. I'm going to try to juke him, and that was definitely not the correct choice. Yeah, trying to get past him like that was definitely the wrong choice. I just didn't want to keep running backwards because I don't know what their poof distance is, and I was also a little bit concerned about getting something else. Alright. So I had these issues where I had enough understanding of, like, what I was doing with the computer programming to understand how to do a specific task. But, crap, he hit me. I wouldn't understand, like, I would understand what each of the steps were doing in regards to, like, making the end result, but I didn't always understand why I was doing them. I was aware that this plus this plus this gets me the answer I want, and I was aware of what each of those individual things were, but I wasn't sure why I had to do each of those individual things in that order to get the result I wanted. And then because of that, when like something would go wrong, I'd have an incredibly difficult time like figuring it out because he just hasted. And that's bad. And that was the wrong button. Alright, we're gonna have to drop a wall. Also, let's cure my poison while we're at it. Let's drink a potion. Come on. I knew you were gonna be an ancient. I knew it. I could feel it. I was like, this is gonna be an ancient. By the way, that spring sprout rod I think was one of the better loots I've gotten. For sure, actually. In fact, come to think of it, I think that might be one of the best loots I can possibly get from these guys. I think they drop like Terra hoods, but those are only 2.5k. The Spring Sprout was 3.6. Sick. So like I always struggled with that, and I also, just on a side note, with the whole computer programming, one of the things I would struggle with was like I'd accidentally hit double space, typos, using a semicolon when a colon was supposed to go there, or like vice versa kind of things. I type like really fast, so when I'm like typing, for example, my character's name, like Elmary Leaf, sometimes when I'm typing, we'll get I'll be like Elmiary because I like hit the like one hand was going at the wrong speed compared to the other one. Reload those arrows. I was down to 4 there. So I'd have problems like that. So like I was just always angry. But I'd always have these kind of issue where it was like I'd like look at the instruction manual or whatever, and it would be like 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. So I'd be like, okay, I got that. So then I'd go 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 46. And I'd be like, what? And like that would be the most infuriating thing to me, because I'd be like following the directions and just it's not working right. So that's what I was having that problem with PaintNet. And because like I can't even identify where I'm going wrong, like I don't know even what my problem is. So like it's the most frustrating kind of like failure. You know, like if I like die here for some, you know, like if the ancient scarabs kill me, I'm like, all right, the ancient scarabs killed me. Here's why. Because, like, for example, I wasn't paying attention, almost ran straight into it. Like, you know, I just did almost that. When Leaf died 2 videos ago, I was like, okay, you know, I was just taking more damage than I thought I was, and was overestimating how much Exora would heal me from, because I'm used to playing as Sylvius, with, like, Sylvius's numbers and stuff like that. You know, like, I was able to analyze that. Whereas, if on the other hand, I'm just like, you know, I kill that scarab, and then I just die all of a sudden, like, with nothing on the screen. Like, that's so frustrating, because I don't understand what had happened. So I'm struggling with, like, PaintNet, and I'm getting super frustrated and, like, angry. And, like, my friend's trying to help me, and his, like, teaching method leaves a little bit to be, desired. So, like, ultimately, in fact, like, on that note, the problem was, the directions he gave me were specifically for the Exile video, or for the Exile thumbnail, and the Exile thumbnail specifically has a higher zoom requirement than the Tibia ones did. So I was following his directions, like, perfectly to the T. His directions were just incorrect for trying to make a Tibia one, which is why, like, it wasn't working right. But in the middle of me, like, flipping out, and it was really hot today, too. Really weird weather we've been having for the beginning of November, let me tell you guys. I'm probably going to need to put a wall here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to put a wall here. Especially since that regular scarab kind of came out. And also, that whole time I was just not attacking it. Also, that larva was apparently not a summoned larva. Get out of my way. Ah, jeez. That was all wrong. There we go. So I was really frustrated, and I'm like a little tired. Ah, God, stupid scorpions. Ah! I tried to conserve my my strike spell or my arrows, which I feel like I probably don't need to be doing right now. I think right now my arrows are their maximum damage is low enough that I can like effectively use them to finish off enemies, and they're also worth little enough that I don't need to be concerned about saving money. In fact, I'm probably wasting more money by requiring myself to use pots by finishing them off with strikes than I would be with just spells, or with just the arrows, come to think of it. Yeah, so anyway, though, I get like a text message, right? And I don't immediately go to it, because my phone makes... I actually should change this at some point. I rarely get text messages, for starters. But the text message sound that my phone makes is also the same as my email sound, and then is also the same as my, well, I mean, basically every other sound. Like my news alerts and stuff like that. Also the same sound that my phone just makes when it's trying to alert me to something, when it's like, you have an update, or adjust your power settings, which it tells me to do all the time. Well, that's not good. Also, why is he just running through the fire? What was that? You can't just run through the fire like that. Stupid Scarab. Yo, like, what was that? He just ran through the fire? Ugh, I'm super poisoned. Well, that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool at all. Yeah, not cool, dude. Not cool. So I got the text message at 1:37, and I didn't look at it until 1:50. So, actually, when I go and kill Fleshcrawler, I'm going to do something real quick. Yeah. So, hold on a second. Although, why am I walking like this? And it hasted. What am I doing? I swear, like, when I allow myself to get, like, too close to a monster like I just did, I swear they paralyze way more often than they would normally. It's like, ooh, you're in an inconvenient spot, let's paralyze every 12th of a second. Alright, let's go kill some Fleshcrawlers. Now, Fleshcrawler actually hits pretty hard, too. Ugh. Gotta do this quick. Because I'm going to need to pause the recording after I kill Fleshcrawler. And I want to make it so that when I go through that teleport, there isn't a million things standing behind me. Do. See, I would have normally put this wall so that it was like bordering one of the edges. And that way I could just keep walking back across it and making Fleshcrawler walk the full distance himself. But I can't do that anymore. What did we get? Oh, look at that! I got the holy, the ornamental brooch. Boom! Print screen. Bam! Sick. Copy message. Bam! Wow, that was, like, pretty solid. I mean, I didn't get the, I didn't get any of the Terra stuff or anything like that. I think you can get, like, an amber staff. Which is, I mean, obviously nice to get, too. But, yeah. Boom! Look at that. You receive the blessings. Wisdom of Solitude. Spark of the Phoenix. Fire of the Sun. Spiritual Shielding. Embrace of Tibia. Do I not have the Twist of Fate? I gotta go get the Twist of Fate. Yeah. Do I? Okay. Let me go pause this recording real quick. 1 second, guys. Okay. So I'm back. You see pictures of dogs. Yeah, I know. Okay, so you guys might remember a while back, about like 2 months, 3 months ago, I did a video on Leaf, actually, where I was like with the dogs, because I was at my parents' house. So these are some of the pictures that were from them. The one on top left is Samantha, our Black Lab Weimaraner mix. She's there frolicking in the grass. Top right is Samantha on the right-hand side there, and then Bella on a bed. Bottom left is Samantha and Bella outside, and then bottom right is Samantha and the German Shepherd Max. Now I'm going to systematically delete those pictures. Bam. So yeah, those are my dogs. I love dogs, actually. I'm like a huge dog person. Alright, hold on. Before I go through this... Okay. Alright, not bad. At least there was only one there. I can deal with one. So Samantha, I think, is like 13. Bella's like 6 or 7, and Max is... did I say TY? Okay, I did say TY. And Max is probably like 2 or 3 or something along those lines. Anyway, like, Samantha is just the absolute best dog. Like, she's super well behaved, she listens, she's sweet, she's not, like, hyperactive or anything, she's really calm. I think I said this in the video, but Samantha is, like, majestic. She's, like, the empress of dogs. She's got this, like, regal bearing to her and everything. Whereas Bella's, like, an annoying little kid, and, you know, Max is a way more annoying little kid, actually. Max is a huge jerk, actually. But, like, Samantha is just the absolute best dog I've ever had. So my mom just, like, texted me and is like, we're putting Samantha down. And I'm like, what? Why? Like, what? Like, I was just up there when I made that video, and, like, Samantha was perfectly fine. I'm like, why are we putting Samantha down? And she's like, oh, she had a seizure. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you kidding? And she's like, no. And then she sends me a video of Samantha having a seizure. I'm like, dude, I don't want to pick a video of my dog having a seizure. Why would you send that to me? Nobody wants to see that. I'm like, dude, seriously, what? So, I'm like, dude, what? And she's like, yeah, I texted you while we were in the vet's office, so she's already gone. I'm like, what? Dude, like, I didn't even get a chance to go see... I was super angry. I was like, this is not cool. Not cool at all. You can't be killing my dogs like that. And I'm like... So, like, she sends me the video of the dog having a seizure. And, like... It kind of wasn't... I don't know. I mean, like, I'm not a veterinarian, and I'm not an expert on seizures, and I'm not a medical practitioner or anything like that. Didn't seem like it was that big of a deal, personally. I don't know. But then I'm like... The other dogs we had... Now, you guys didn't have them... I didn't have pictures of them at the time. But previously, we also had a Cocker Spaniel, and her name was Lady. And there was another Cocker Spaniel named Holly. Now, Lady was like 15 years old, so that's pretty old for a dog. I understand that. I had Lady when I was like 10, and she was just the absolute sweetest dog. Like, Samantha's was regal and everything. Lady was just like a ball of happiness. Just a ball of sweet happiness. Not like hyperactive happiness, but just a like a teddy bear in dog form. I used to do this thing with Lady, right, where I'd hold my hand in front of her mouth, and she'd lick my hand, and then I'd grab her tongue. So then she'd just, like, look at me while I'm holding her tongue, and she'd be like, what? She was just an absolute, like, sweet animal. You couldn't force this dog to bite you, even if you tried. And then Holly was, like, sweet in a pitiful kind of way. Holly was, like, a rescue dog, and I guess, like, the previous owner kind of, like, abused her. So she had, like, emotional problems. But she was really sweet, too. And also, Holly had The softest, like, silkiest fur I've ever seen in anything. Like, she was like legitimately like silk. Just like rubbing her was just an absolute joy. And she was like a really sweet dog too, and really like affectionate and lovable when she wasn't kind of freaking out. She was always like, she'd get really scared when people would like walk towards her and stand above her, kind of thing. She was a really sweet dog though. So my mom was like, "Oh yeah, like Lady's like having a hard time like waking up, and she like struggles to stand up sometimes." And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean?" So like I'm up there watching her, and like Lady would be laying on the floor sleeping, and then she'd go to stand up, and like she'd wobble a little bit, and then she'd have to like stretch out her legs, and then she'd stand up. Like the whole process of this dog standing up took. Ooh. Got a little dicey there. Yeah, sorry. The whole process of Lady standing up took like 5 seconds. 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 seconds. Um, like yeah, sure, she was old, but she wasn't like decrepit. Like she still enjoyed. She used to do this thing where she'd lay on her stomach and stretch her back legs out really far, and then like crawl forward with her front hands while like groaning. It was kind of like her belly rub thing. She like loved it. She loved doing that. Like she could still do that, and she could still like play and like like tug of war with a toy and stuff like that. And my mom's like, "Oh yeah, I don't know, like she's been having some like accidents in the house." I'm like, I mean, that kind of happens. Like she's healthy though. And then like one day my mom's like, "Oh yeah, we put Lady down." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "Oh, like the same things that were happening." And I'm like, she was like perfectly healthy. There was no reason to put Lady down. I don't understand. Like, Lady didn't need to die. Why did you kill Lady? And then she's like, "Oh yeah, we put Holly down too." I'm like, "Why?" She's like, well, she wasn't in good health either, and I thought she'd be lonely without Lady. I'm like, what? You just killed one of my dogs for that? Ooh, I was so angry. So now I'm like thinking, I'm like, dude, was Samantha like really that sick that she needed to be put down? I mean, yeah, sure, they like took her to the vet, and the vet was like, "Oh yeah, I mean that's what's happening," but she didn't have a seizure while at the vet's. Like the vet's diagnosis of what was wrong with Samantha was based off of what my mom like relayed to the thing, and like my mom isn't a vet either. I'm not saying like my mom like was making crap up or something like that, but like my mom could have like over exaggerated things because she was like, I mean, because like legitimately she was panicking by the situation, so she over exaggerated, and the vet was like, "I don't know, I mean, like let's play it safe maybe." I'm just like, dude, you killed my dog. Again. Ugh. So yeah, I was like, while I was struggling with that thing with the stupid paint thing, my mom just like messages me out of the blue, "By the way, I killed your dog." I'm like, dude, what? Don't just kill my dog. On a side note, why is Leaf not wearing anything in his necklace slot? Like, why am I not wearing a platinum amulet? Was I always not wearing a platinum amulet? Like, maybe I took it off for some reason? Strange. Thinking... I was kind of hoping those last ones didn't really drop anything big. And of course they did. Ah, you suck. Alright, what do I do with this remaining amount of gold? Throw it on the floor? Is there anything that's not super important that I can get rid of? No. Okay. I hate leaving behind wealth. No! I don't want to kill you. Run away! Run! This is a terrible idea. Oh yeah, this is a terrible idea. Woo! That was a little sketchy. On a side note, we also brought way too many arrows. Okay, so actually there was a minor learning experience here with the arrows, because I took 800 arrows, used pretty much exactly half of them. I'm gonna stop killing things because I don't want to waste. I don't want to not pick up the gold. Yeah, I used exactly half of my arrows. I still had cap left. So if I had brought less arrows, I would have had even more cap. So I think what I actually need at this point is more backpack space. So we're gonna, when we get back into town, we're gonna shove another backpack in one of them. Might even get 2 backpacks, actually. Because I think I probably could have, like, if 2 more backpack spaces, I probably could have gotten by with, let's say I only brought 600 arrows. I think I probably would have been fine. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, like I said, this time around, I'm going to mail this crap off to Dal. So I'm gonna pause the video while I'm doing that, and then I'll kind of come back and be like, all right, so here's what we got. What am I doing with that ornamental brooch? Am I selling that? I mean, it'd be kind of cool to have that. Also, while we're at it, I'm going to go buy the Twist of Fate, actually, because I just remembered that, too. Sell the ornamental brooch? Keep the ornamental brooch. Alright, we're going to, before I pause, we're gonna go buy the Twist of Fate first, though. But before I do my pause, also, while we're at it, too, let's look at my EXP gain per hour, because people ask me about that. Wrong one. Is it down this one? I was gaining 66k EXP per hour. That's not terrible. This is not the temple. The temple's over here. Whoops. Also, while we're at it, 2, killing in the name of Ancient Scarabs at the top of the list. 88 out of 250. I don't know why I thought I was, like, legitimately close to finishing that. Is it? It's you. Okay. Hi. Do I just say Twist of Fate? This is a special blessing I can bestow upon you once you have obtained at least one of the other blessings, which function a bit differently. It only works when you're killed by other adventurers, which means that at least 40% of the damage leading to your death was caused by others, not by monsters or the environment. That's interesting. The Twist of Fate will not reduce the death penalty like the other blessings, but instead prevent you from losing your other blessings, as well as the Amulet of Loss should you wear one. It costs the same as the other blessings. Would you like it for that? Yes. Okay. So we're Twisted of Fated. So we're going to check the price on this brooch. Ornamented brooch. Oh, it has an armor value? Snap. Alright, never mind, we're wearing it. Never mind, we're wearing it. That's actually awesome. I did not realize that's something I can wear. I am living with the bling. Who needs platinum amulets when you can have ornamented brooches? Although I still want to see how much it costs. Ornamented brooch. Yeah. I mean, okay, so, like... It is, like, assuming I could sell it for 90k, it is almost doubling my money, actually. But, no, yeah, we're still gonna use it. Because that's awesome like that. I want to be awesome like that. Yeah, screw it. It's mine. Okay, so, on that note, I'm gonna pause the video here. So, I'll be back in a second. Pausing. Okay, I'm back. And we also got the loot pick here, so I figured I would go through that too. So, loot pick results for 85 gold coins, plus, where's the platinum? Yeah, 44 platinum. So, we ended up with, 4,485 gold. 6 Scarab coins, 6 small amethysts, 3 Scarab pincers, 1 spring sprout rod, 2 ancient amulets, so I just got confused there for a second, because I was thinking, I thought I had more ancient amulets than that. Ignore me. Piece of Scarab shells, 2 of them, 8 small emeralds, a knight armor, and there we go. And then the waste was, 4 mana pots, 6 firewall runes, and then the 408 onyx arrows I used. I'm actually going to go into the game real quick, and I'm going to see if I have other amulets in here. Amulet. Okay, I only have... I thought I had more than that. Okay, whatever. And also, I'm missing a Scarab amulet somewhere. Alright. Where, oh where am I missing a Scarab amulet? Seriously, what? What? Where? Well, alright, so in this shopping bag is the stuff I'm sending to Dao Dao now. And that stuff is worth 15,350 gold. All of those things are actually items that Dao Dao can sell herself. So that's why I'm giving myself full price for them, and I'm not selling them through the market. Because Dao Dao has the green gins, and she has Rashid. So I'm going to mail those to her, and I'm going to go buy a parcel. I'm actually going to go buy the parcel in the off chance that somebody takes a shot at me while I'm doing it. And then I'll hop over to Dao Dao and transfer the money over. I'm going to do it on the up and up just so that you guys know nothing sketchy was happening, but... Fun fact, by the way, too. When I just leave the loot pick up here all the time. Let me delete that. When I was doing a loot pick, the loot pick website actually gave a value for the ornamented brooch, and decided that it was worth 275k. So initially, when I pulled it up, I looked at the bottom to see if I profited or lost, and I listed the profit as 28 crystal coins, and I was like, whoa, wait, what? I'm like, that's not right. I know, where'd another place that happened? I looted a fist on a stick, actually, and the same thing happened, and I was like, wait, what's going on? And as you can see here, too, I've got, a whole bunch of crap that at some point needs to be sent to, Yasir. For sure needs to be sent to Yasir. And then none of these other ones have, things in it, but somewhere I'm missing a, what's that, XII? Yeah, somewhere it says I'm still got a Scarab amulet. And 3 Scarab shields? What? When did I loot 3 Scarab shields? Are they in my... No? Actually, no, that's a legitimate question. Is when did I loot 3 Scarab shields? I probably got them from Flesh Crawler, I guess, last time. Right, there they are. Actually, you know what? I forgot all about this one. So hold on a second. Let me pause and add this one up, too. 1 second. Pausing. Once I find the pause. Okay, so that additional stuff there is worth a grand total of 36,050 gold, which combines is 51,400 gold. Once I figure out where my... There we go. Dao Dao. And we're going to shove that in there. And then the dragon thing and the wand, actually, I need to sell myself. So we're going to do that. Wand. That is a competitive price. And dragon... Alright, that's actually not the best way to do it. That's the best way to do it. Also, not a terrible price. And then while we're here, we're going to spend some money, because sooner or later we're going to have to go back to Yalahar. So we're going to actually buy these. And we'll put a buy offer in at 555. Make some money off of this. Green gems. Buy that one. Same deal there. Red gems. Bottom. 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 And then since there's no buy offers, we're going to go with 800. Violet ones don't have great deals, but we're going to try at that number, but we're only going to do 2 of them. And yellows, buying them, and we'll go with 875 for 12. So, we're gonna mail that. Good. I like always panic whenever I'm putting stuff in the mail because I'm afraid I did it wrong. We're actually going to commandeer some of these. I don't need that many of them. Alright, that should be sufficient, I think. I added 2, essentially, backpacks. We're just gonna sell our crap here. Ooh, it's the mutated pumpkin. I'm just not gonna deal with that right now. It'll be back tomorrow. I'll deal with that tomorrow. I forgot to deposit my money, actually. Whatever, we'll get that in the next video. Now I'm going to, though, switch over to Dao Dao so you guys can see that the transfer is on the up and up. No cheating. No cheating. If I would have known I could have came there for the whatchamacallit. Alright, hi. Transfer. It's actually been a really long time since I've done this. Tell me the amount of gold you want to transfer. The amount of gold I want to transfer is 51400. Elimary leaf. Did I spell that right? Do. Copy name. This is how you know you're an idiot, by the way. You just know. Transfer. There we go. Transfer completed. Alright, folks, that's it for me. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. Check me out on Patreon and Twitter, and I will see you folks at a future date. Oh, I changed it up. Bam.